I bought 20 rental units in 5 years and now I regret it. Just to show you, I own this 3-unit here in New Jersey. Here's another 3-unit I own in Ohio. Here's a single family house in Florida and another one in Arkansas. I thought rental properties would be a great way of making passive income. But boy, was I surprised when I learned the truth. When I started out, I heard tons of real estate investors talking about, oh, you can make $500 to $1,000 a month on a rental property. But when I started looking at properties myself, I was seeing like, okay, maybe I'm making $300 on a rental. Now, to me, that's still good. Last year, my rentals brought in $211,000 and they costed us $162,000. Now, I also co-own these properties with family members because our goal is to build a retirement plan for my dad and my mom, and then my brother, my sister, and our future families. I'm 100% proud of what I've built so far, and we are definitely going in the right direction. But I just want to tell you the dark side of owning rentals that no one really tries to tell you because they're just trying to sell you a course. By the way, my course and book are absolutely free. Links in the description. First is real estate is not entirely passive. It's pitched as passive income. And I do this as well because it's hard to get people's attention on social media if you don't give them something that's really good. I'm trying to call it now passive-ish income because now I have property managers for all my properties. I still have to deal with things. I have to follow up with the managers a lot, or sometimes deal with tenant issues because the property management company didn't deal with them properly. For one property, that's not that bad. When you multiply it across 20 units, it can be a lot. Some weeks I go by without doing anything, and other weeks I go by with doing a lot. Not only that, you should also view this as a business, because it is. Business needs time and effort to grow. It takes time to review your activities every single week, seeing how the business is performing, and so you need to focus on it, which takes effort. Now, second, the cash flow from a property isn't what's actually going to make you rich, but it is necessary. It is 100% important for your properties to cash flow. I don't care what anyone tells you. Cash flow, by the way, is the money you make on your rentals every single month. But in all reality, $300 a month isn't what really makes you rich. It's everything else that's included in it. It's the fact that you're not really paying any taxes on that money because you have things like depreciation to deduct. And it's the fact that the home price usually goes up every year around 3%. On a $200,000 house, that's $6,000 over the year, which is $500 a month increase in your net worth. And it's that you pay your mortgages every month, which increases the equity in your house over time. Let's say another $200 a month. When you start adding all that up, you're gonna make $1,000+ per property every single month. That all gets added to your net worth. But the ability to retire really quickly from rental properties isn't usually the case, and it will take time. I still think that in a 10 to 15 year period, it's doable for most people to retire from that. Third, scaling really quickly isn't all that it's made out to be. The things that stick out on social media are things like, I bought 200 units in my first year, or I went from 0 to 100 units in 2 years. That's amazing for those people, and I'm not hating on them. Maybe I'm a little bit jealous that they got more units than me. But the truth is, the way you scale in real estate is through debt. You take out cash out refinances, home equity lines of credit, borrow money from banks or friends for more properties. Even if the properties are cash flowing, usually the banks are making more money off of you than you are. I pay $15,000 a month to lenders for my properties. That's way more than I make in profit. So I'm making the bank rich while at the same time, I have this looming $2.1 million of debt. Now, debt is a great tool to build wealth, and I would never do it any other way, unless if I was just born into richness, which I'm not. So instead of just scaling all the time and thinking that that's the best move, I want you watching this to understand that there are times to scale and times to cut down. Every now and then you sell properties that aren't cash flowing that much to reduce your debt. And there are times where you stay focused and borrow as much money as possible to grow the portfolio. And the truth is, even though I know this stuff now, after having experienced it, I'm not gonna sell all my properties. I still believe that real estate investing is the single best way to build generational wealth, which is what I'm trying to do with my family. And the fact to me that I built a $50,000 income stream out of nothing is just amazing to me, and that will continue to grow over time. So I still recommend rentals, even though they're not exactly what I thought they were when I first started. Subscribe to follow my family's journey, and also get transparent and truthful videos about real estate investing, because I'm only a couple steps ahead of you guys, and I really understand what it's like to be in your shoes and get you started investing.